After I uploaded the video, the rebuttal, I received several communications from different Hebrews, primarily about Judith's incarceration. The brother told me that he actually visited Judith in prison. A couple of sisters stated that they visited Judith. However, Judith was not dressed in the traditional prison garb. Hair was permed. She was wearing makeup, lipstick, jewelry, wearing a skirt and a blouse. She also sent me a picture back in 1992. It was dated December 12, 1992. And you could tell that she was not in prison, not from the way she was dressed. So whoever saw her in prison, what you saw was an illusion, an appearance. Now, a couple of sisters stated that they waited a half a day for Judith, and Judith never showed. And they were told by the prison official that she had problem with transportation. And they were trying to figure how could she have problem with transportation to get to the prison, and they were at the prison she was supposed to be in. So a trick had been pulled on your eyes. Back in, I don't remember what feast, but there was a feast that was held in West Palm Beach. I believe it was a Feast of Weeks. And I remember Nepali going to the mic, and he stated that Judith was at the hotel next door to where they were holding the feast. And I remember him saying she got nerves showing up here. And he went on to talk about her as if she was a traitor. At the time, I had not discovered the truth about Judith, so I was puzzled, and I was kind of offended that he was speaking so bad about her. But apparently Nepali knew, and Peace Foundation knew, that Judith was not incarcerated. They knew something that we, the masses, did not know. A brother also told me that Rozier did not have any cousins at HQ, which is contrary to what two other sources told me. So I'm just putting that on the record that I was told Rozier did not have any cousins at HQ. Now, as we approach the 12th year anniversary of Yahweh Ben Yahweh's announced death, I want to take time to address something. Now, Exodus chapter 20, verse 7 says, "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God Yahweh in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain." He told us many years ago, study the word take. He said take has over 117 different definitions. He says, study it and master it. Those of you who have taken Yahweh's name upon yourself, apparently you did not study the word take. Or you don't care. Now, the word tells us, and Yahweh have taught us, to take his yoke upon us and to learn of him. Take the burden that he carries and learn and study of him. He said, because his yoke is easy and his burden is light. And Yahweh said moreover unto Moses, "Thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, the Lord Yahweh of your fathers, the Yahweh of Abraham, the Yahweh of Isaac, the Yahweh of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations." Isaiah 48:11, "For mine own sake, even for mine own sake, will I do it." Isaiah 48:11, "For mine own sake, even for my own sake will I do it. For how shall my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another." Yahweh's name is his glory. Yahweh's name distinguishes him from any other. His name can be taken as him. So how dare y'all go around calling yourself Yahweh? How dare you go calling yourself Yahweh Ben Yahweh? You know, there are those who are trying to figure out why I have a problem with this bald-headed character running around calling himself Yahweh. Why do I have a problem with these so-called Hebrews taking on the name Yahweh Ben Yahweh Ben Yahweh? Well, let me tell you this, right? And this goes for me and those who believe as I do. For years, we walked the streets of America, knocking on doors, proclaiming the name Yahweh, testifying and standing up for Yahweh Ben Yahweh. We have had literature balled up in our faces and thrown to the ground. We have had people lick the literature in our faces. Some of us have been attacked, beaten by niggas for Yahweh's name's sake. Some of us have had guns pulled in our faces. Some of us had shotguns pulled on us. Some of us have had people open their doors and set dogs on mothers with children. Mother carrying young babies. So yes, I'm pissed and I'm angry when you niggas run around calling yourself Yahweh Ben Yahweh Ben Yahweh. I worked and labored years of my life in that name. Not for y'all bunch of idiots to run around calling yourself Yahweh. Yahweh is a divine name. It is a sacred name of Almighty God Yahweh. The whole world recognize and worship the name. They may not acknowledge Yahweh Ben Yahweh, who came and revealed the name and made the name famous and publicized the name. But the world worship the name Yud He Wav He Yahweh as the name of the eternal God. The Muslim nation respect Yahweh as the God of Abraham. The Catholics worship the name Yahweh as the God of the Bible, the God of Israel. The Jews worship the name Yahweh. So how dare you call yourself Yahweh? But you know, this is something between you, Yahweh, and the world. But my thing with you, nigga, is you calling yourself Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Or Yahweh Ben Yahweh Ben Yahweh. You don't do that. Put it down, walk away. You have been warned. Yahweh said he will not hold you guiltless for taking his name in vain. Your problem is, see, you are a deceiver. You are a liar. You were able to deceive some, but not all. Israel, the thing about this boy is, see, I spoke to someone who claimed to have known him before he even heard the name Yahweh. And his problem is, he has a problem with Peace Foundation because he allegedly is the one that registered the domain name www.yahwehbenyahweh.com. But Carmel and Peace would not let him control the website, so he's pissed with them. Of course, Carmel not going to let you control a website with Yahweh Ben Yahweh's name. I don't care for her, but I give her kudos for standing up to your dumb ass. Just because you register a name doesn't mean you own the name. There are people who have registered a domain name for a major corporation, and when the corporation go to register the domain name, it's taken and they have to buy it from someone. Some companies refuse. But just because you register a name don't give you rights over the name. You are a deceiver. You don't use Yahweh's name for a popularity contest, nigga. And that's what you're doing. And then I'm also told that he came into the knowledge of Yahweh through Solomon, the late brother Solomon, from North Carolina. He was a police officer and he died in the line of duty, a very tragic death. And apparently this boy was an acquaintance of him, so he went to Solomon's mother after his death and requested his Yahweh materials. And in the materials, he found notes about Black Nobility magazine. And just like the serpent, he went to the woman. He went to Nardia. And somehow was able to deceive her or convince her to support him. The first thing Nardia should have done was say, "Whoa, brother, how did you get this?" This was taught through Boss and One. He's not a boss, brother. He's not in the order. Maybe he got initiated into one. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he got into one. But the first thing that she should have done is contacted her brother and find out, can this nigga be duly vouched for? But she didn't do that. You see, he played on her mind. He played on her ego as the biological child of the man who became Yahweh Ben Yahweh. He went to her about Black Nobility magazine and she turned him into a molten calf. Whatever he said to her, she must have liked him because she made him her spokesperson. He was supposed to be her spokesperson in whatever she was about to establish. I'm not knocking what she was trying to establish. I'm knocking what she did in bringing an uncircumcised nigga into this. His heart was not circumcised. If his heart and his soul had been circumcised by Yahweh Ben Yahweh, he wouldn't be running around trying to think he can outdo Yahweh Ben Yahweh. He wouldn't be running around thinking he can outdo Yahweh. But that's what you get for bringing an uncircumcised into this. There are many righteous brothers in our nation that she could have gone to if she wanted a spokesperson. Hell, I fought for Yahweh Ben Yahweh and championed his freedom. She could have came to me. Not saying I would have taken it, but she could have came to me. But you wouldn't have somebody running around talking about there's some Yahweh Ben Yahweh Ben Yahweh. That's dishonoring Yahweh Ben Yahweh. You're not doing him an honor. You're not doing him a service, because you can never live that name. You can never be the name. That is also known as blasphemy, and the penalty for blasphemy is death. But you see, just because Yahweh is slow to anger and his punishment is not swift, people think Yahweh is powerless. Oh, yeah, we all die sometime. Yeah. That's the excuse. But there is a day of Yahweh coming. And I want to see you stop Yahweh when he called for you. When he sent his marshals for you, I want to see you say, you are not coming. Your best bet now is to walk away. Go do whatever the hell you want to do, but you're going to leave that name Yahweh Ben Yahweh alone. You want to use the name Yahweh? That's between you and the world. But you're going to stop. You're going to drop using Yahweh Ben Yahweh. You have been warned. Because there's a divine punishment coming from heaven up above. I want to see y'all go up into the heavens and put handcuffs on Yahweh. Now, Psalms chapter 7 verse 14 says, behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. Everything this nigga is doing is deceiving, and it's falsehood, because he came with the intention of trying to outdo P's foundation. He's trying to attract people from P's foundation. So it's already vain. He had no righteous inclination or righteous intent. And again, just as the serpent went to the woman, he went to the woman. And then she turned around and eventually called him a liar, a thief, and a deceiver. She said he deceived her, just like the woman said, the serpent beguiled me. What do you expect? Of course he was going to beguile you. Look at what you allowed. Job chapter 15, verse 35 also says, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. They have taken what was a righteous idea, Black Nobility magazine, and it's nothing but perversion. Black Nobility magazine doesn't belong to you, though you have laid claim to it with help. I mean, how could you allow an unlearned and uninitiated to do this? How could brothers who are supposed to be in the light follow an uninitiated? I don't care what fraternity he's in, or in a secret society, whether it's Mason or whatever. He is not a Yahweh. He is not a brother. So how could you do that? This is what behooves me. So that means it's all about bribery. Whatever he offered y'all, whatever he promised y'all, what did he do? Promise to make y'all rich? Split the income with y'all? Is that it? Well, I think he better pay up, or he's going to be in trouble. He don't know who he has around him. Vanity is also described as having or showing excessive high opinion of oneself. This Negro has some high opinion of himself to call himself Yahweh, or to think he can walk in Yahweh Ben Yahweh's shoes. For now, I'm leaving Yahweh out of this. I'm talking about Yahweh Ben Yahweh now. You got a high opinion of yourself, Negro. Anthony, whatever your name is. This boy didn't even call himself Anthony Yahweh. He wanted to say he's Yahweh. Ben Yahweh. Ben Yahweh. That's insanity. But he has an excessively high opinion of himself. Someone who has no accomplishments. What have you revealed, Negro? Where's your divine teachings? Where are your books? What have you done in the name Yahweh except trying to perpetrate? I mean, those around him, I mean, they don't believe there's anything special about the nigga. It's all about money. But for the simple-minded people who have never studied under Yahweh Ben Yahweh, they are the ones I pity. That's falling for this foolishness. But I want the world to know it's not so. He's not my leader. He's nobody's leader. He has nothing to do with the nation of Yahweh or Yahweh Ben Yahweh. He is a fraud and should be treated as such. It's time to stone this nigga. Stone him with stones that he died. What is stone? Firm, hard words. Stone him that he die out from among you. Yahweh said, every God, all gods that have not made these heavens shall perish from under these heavens and this earth. You didn't make this, nigga. You had nothing to do with the nation of Yahweh. So again, walk away. Walk away. Because there is a day of judgment coming. See, we have to, this is the kind of stuff we have to endure. Yahweh said endure until the end. I mean, who would have thought we have to endure some little nigga running around calling himself Yahweh? Back in the day, boy, some of those same ones around you would have taken your ass out. You don't know who you have around you. But we have to endure these things. There are religions where even if you just draw a little cartoon and say, this is the prophet of their religion, boy, they will track you down and take you out. Aren't you glad we're not fanatics? Aren't you glad we aren't a bunch of killers? But you are treading on places angels don't dare tread. During the day, we went places, man, that you wouldn't catch some people in the heart and ghettos of America. You name it, we walked the streets, knocking on doors, testifying. Didn't stop until Yahweh and Yahweh eventually stopped us from going out. And you want to come along, you're a Johnny-come-lately, thinking you somebody. And I'm trying to figure, where are these brothers that claim that they noble, or the noble ones in Israel? Where you at? Why aren't you defending Yahweh and Yahweh's name? I mean, many years ago, I'm one of 18 brothers who he placed his name around our necks. It wasn't just a piece of jewelry to me. Because Yahweh said, though I allow some of you to wear my name, you're not able to bear it. Because in order to bear my name, you must be able to defend it. Where you at, brothers? Why aren't you defending Yahweh's name? Why aren't you defending Yahweh Ben Yahweh? As a steward, as an elder, your primary job is to look out for Yahweh Ben Yahweh's interests and the nation of Yahweh's interests. Why aren't you defending the Grand Master? This boy is nothing, but you're all silent. You're all sitting down now when you're supposed to be standing up for him. He once said while he was in, I think it was Lewisburg Penitentiary, I'm waiting to see who's going to fight for me. He said, stop being comfortable with your life. He said, they're holding me. They want you to stop fighting for me. You being just like black folks. You start something and then you stop. He said, stop being comfortable with your life and fight for me. I'm waiting to see who is going to fight for me. It's not just about his body, his name. His message is name, and this nigga is perverting it. He's the ultimate pervert. Perversion is not all about sexuality and being sexual. To say you are God, that's the ultimate perversion. You're the ultimate pervert, Anthony. Whatever your name is. But there's an end day coming for you. There's a day of Yahweh coming. Again, that is the patience of the saints. We just have to be patient until the end of wicked rulership. What you need to concern yourself with, what happens at the end of wicked rulership when we no longer have to endure? Until now, we have to endure until Yahweh makes his appearance. What happened when we no longer have to endure? That should be your primary focus. The word tells us from poverty to riches, under Yahweh's name. God's self, his real person, is concentrated in his name. Unless God's name is known, it is impossible to enter into a relationship with him. That's how significant the Creator's name is. And you dare to pervert it. Dare to think you can walk in Yahweh's shoes? Nigga, you couldn't even hold a lighted match to me. Much less try to think you can walk in Yahweh's name. You couldn't hold a lighted match to the slightest, the simplest brother or sister in our nation. And you running around calling yourself Yahweh Ben Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Idiot. You're a jackass. I told you before, you are a jackass. And I'm going to ride your ass all the way. Non-stop. Just when you think you got a break, I'm going to hit you again. Until you disappear. Walk away. Hang your head in shame and go now. Because, the heat is coming up. I'm turning it up on you. Strictly speaking, Yahweh is the only name of God. In Genesis, whenever the word name is associated with the divine being, that name is Yahweh. His name is more than an artificial tag that distinguishes him from another person. The name has a mysterious identity with Yahweh as the bearer. His name can be considered as a substitute for Yahweh the person. His name establishes his identity in terms of his outlook, spirit, or principle in union with another. Thus, he is identifiable by his name. His distinctive character and nature is our inheritance. You should be worried about trying to take on his distinctive character and nature, not trying to be him. Trying to use his name. I mean, you could never be him. Let's just be real. You could never be Yahweh. But he said, take on his character, his nature, his morality, his moral attributes, honorable, righteous, just, upright, chaste, virtuous, honest. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Not running around perpetrating, calling yourself Yahweh and taking the blind with you. You are a blind ass and leading the blind. But if the blind lead the blind, guess what? Both of y'all are going to fall into the pit. Both of y'all heading into that ditch. So you need to go and study take and understand what you're not supposed to take. Understand your actions. Because Yahweh said he will not hold you guiltless for taking his name in vain.